Hello everyone, welcome back to Dilton's Tech Blog, and in today's video we are going to see how to practically create the line, the devices and the main area, or also called as the backbone line in ETS6. Okay, and if you have any questions, please drop a comment, or if you need to know something new or you want something to be explained better, just drop a comment so that I can create a specific video for that. Okay, so the easiest way to create the topology is going into the topologies tab. So you can either open a new panel to topology, or you can change this panel to topology. So I'm just changing this to topology, and here, so there is already a main line. So let me delete it and show you from the beginning. So normally whenever you create a new project, by default a line is created, or a main line and a line is automatically created. But if you prefer to create it as you like, then you can just delete it and create it, or you can opt out of that option. So let's say if you go here, if you go to EDS here, and let's say I have like add a new project, for example, you can see there is a default topology option. So when you do this, the topology gets automatically created. Okay, so I'm not going to do that. So here you can see that as of now there is no topology, I deleted it. Okay, and the first thing is deciding what will be your backbone line. So in KNX we have multiple options for linking the topology. Okay, so in this scenario the backbone line is set up as an IP, so which is now the preferred way, because an IP backbone line gives you a lot of bandwidth for communication between different areas. So you know that there can be 15 lines in a single area and 15 areas in a entire installation, and this 15 areas is connected to the backbone line normally. So you can think that a lot of data is going to be throughputed through this backbone line. So having a IP backbone is better, but for the sake of this video we are going to just use TP. So how do I change it? I'll click here and you can see I can see the backbone medium. I can just change it to TP. So now it became green. So whenever it is green, that means it is a TP line. Okay, now let's create the area. So right click here, add area. So let's say this is area 1. So the medium is also TP. Okay, now I got the area. So now inside the area we need to create the lines. So this is where it gets interesting. So I can go here, right click, add a line. So simple. Let's say line 1. So as I said, the line 0 is already present here, so we cannot create a line 0 separately. So area 1, the backbone line, or sorry, the main line is also called as the line 0, as I explained in the previous video. So now we have line 1. So now how do I create the next line? So let's say I have, go to the area 1 again and add and say line 2. So now inside one area we have two lines. Inside one area we have two lines. So how do I add the line couplers to this, or how do I add some devices? Let's say for the sake of this video I'm just going to quickly add a few devices. So let me open the catalogs panel. So the catalog panel is where you normally find all the devices. I will do an extended video on the catalog panel later. Okay, so I'll just select ABB just for the sake of this video, and let's say I want to add a keypad, or yeah, let's say I want to add a keypad and I just want to add like an actuator in each line, for example. So everything now done here is for just for example. So let me add SAH/S. This will be a switch or shutter actuator. So I'm going to add this let's say an 8-fold into line number 1. So as soon as I add, or as soon as I drop this device into line number 1, it will automatically change the address into 1.1.1. So it will automatically take the address because I am dropping it into line 1. So it is just importing the data. It just takes a few seconds, and once it's imported you can just see it here. Okay, now the device is added. So I have 1.1.1 as I said. Now let's add the same actuator in line number 2. You can see that it is 1.2.1 because it is in line 2. So you remember that. So the third digit is the device number, the second digit is the line number, and the first digit is the area number. Okay, so now let's go one step further. Let's create another area also. So let's go to the backbone and let's say add areas. Let's say I'm adding another area, area number 2. So inside area number 2, I'm going to create two more lines. So line 1 in area 2 and line 2 in area 2. So same thing, I'm going to drop the same device again just as an example. So in your case it could be different devices, multiple devices, more than 20-30 devices in a line, doesn't matter. So now what happens, now we have the line setup, and in each line there are some devices. Like let's say there is one device here, it could be n number of device up to 255. Okay, so now we need to add the line coupler. So the line coupler is a very peculiar device. So in ABB, just for this example, you see we have this coupler. So you can see that the description is mentioned as line or area coupler. So what does it mean by line or area coupler? It can also do couple or repeat. So a line coupler is a device, or a coupler is a device that connects two different connections together. So sometimes it could be two different medium also. Sometimes the line coupler could be IP TP coupler, meaning that one side is IP and the other side is TP. So this is very useful when you have a IP backbone or a IP area. Okay, so it could be useful for that. But in our case, we are only going to do TP for now. So in TP, as I said, the same device can work as a line coupler or a area coupler or a backbone coupler or a line repeater. Okay, a line repeater is nothing but a device that can extend the length of the KNX bus. So normally a KNX bus is 1000 meters long. If you want to extend the distance to more than 1000 meters with the same number of device, so you cannot exceed the 255 limit, but you can exceed the 1000-meter limit by adding a line repeater. So the line repeater is also the same device. So based on where you are placing the device and what application program you are selecting for the device, it can either act as a line coupler, an area or a backbone coupler, or as a repeater. So what I will do, I'll just take the line coupler and place it in line number 1. So put it on line number 1. So it's adding, you can see it automatically took 110. So line coupler 1, sorry, line 1 line coupler here. So line 2 is line coupler. So now I'm going to the next area. Line 3 is area 2 line 1 coupler, and area 2 line 2 coupler. So now you can see automatically the addresses are getting set up. So you don't have to manually do the addressing, it automatically gets set up. Okay, now we got the areas linked together, so lines linked together. So now we have like 220 and 210. So it gets linked because the line couplers are wired. So in the next video, I will also show you how to do the KNX cabling in a short video, in the next video or in the next video. Okay. So now what if I want to connect these two areas together? So I need to have a backbone coupler, or also called as an area coupler. So as I said, this device or this line coupler is the same. So if you want to use it as a line or an area coupler, the device is same, but the location changes. So now I'm going to drag and drop the same device, but not onto the line, but I'm dropping onto the area. Okay, please note here, I'm dropping onto the area. I dropped it. Okay, now if you see it always adds at the bottom. You can see the address is 200 because this is an area coupler. So in an area coupler or a backbone coupler, the last two digits will be 0 and you will get left from 1 to 15. That's it. So I will add another line coupler onto line number 1 as well, area number 1 as well. So you can see it got added at the end. It's 100 because it is the area coupler for area number 1, and this is 200 because it's the area coupler for area number 2. So like this you can have up to 15 areas, and since it's all TP, everything is the same device. So you can just buy the same part number and just use it for any application, like as a line or a area or a repeater. So this is how you practically create the topology. So again, just to give an example, you can have more than one device here. Like let's say I have another keypad or so, Let's say I have another different type of actuator. 1.1.2 will be there. Okay, and sometimes let's say I'm going to use a different device. Let's say I have a keypad from GVS, for example. Let's say I have a 7-inch touchscreen or a 3-inch touchscreen from GVS. I'm just adding here. So you know that, right? In KNX you can mix and match devices from any brands. So this is one of the things I like with KNX, and this is something I love in KNX, which is not possible with proprietary home automation protocols, right? So cancel. So it's added. So same, I can just add another device on the line 2. You can see it is added. So same I can do for the other lines as well. So let's say I'm adding some other device. Let's say I'm adding a DALI gateway here, for example. Or just I'm randomly placing devices, nothing is planned. Okay, so it's just merging the product information, it's just getting the information from the servers. Okay, and it's getting added. So it's just added. Let's say I can add the same device again here. That's it. So you can see that even if you have multiple devices, it doesn't matter. So you know what will be the address of the line coupler and what will be the address of the area coupler. So now you know how to create a line, how to create an area, and how to change the medium of the backbone in ETS6. So in the next video, as I said, we will see some basic wiring, and we'll also see creating a new project with the components that we have in hand and try to start programming. If you have any comments, if you have any doubts, if you have any questions, please drop a comment and I will try to answer it as quickly as possible, or I will try to make a video for that explaining it better. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you.